like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we live.
Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking like on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. You wanna hear a little Spanish? Looking like the side in this, I'm the opposite, cause I'm the main event in boxing, and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position, I'm about to get it. Now ain't no one about to block the hit, cause someday someone tell me I'm somewhere doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody there, someone, somebody there. One day will be the love of my life, love of my life. But not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. A girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Cowboys going up against the Chiefs. With that, we're up to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where we welcome in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down throw for Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line. and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash. Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye.
Move, 45. Force.
On first down, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back. Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot?
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Again, it's Charles. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out here in the eye. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, Romo. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go now. Right, 20.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught at the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come up in an offset eye. Romo now to throw it. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Little motion now from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw, Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come out in the pistol. To throw on second down is Romo. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 69 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll start the drive with Jamaal Charles. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of the times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. On the direct snap, Charles. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
After the run, Smith going to throw. And that is incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the... Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 70 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense...
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and... remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left. Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Now it's Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A 1st down carry here for Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Move 45. Move 45. Over.
fake for Charles. Now Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
In motion, Hill. Third and long, it's Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Smith. Screen pass to Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Smith. Caught here by Conley. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's second down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Back to throw, Romo. And on the left side, he's got Witten. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they could just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
From the red zone now, Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out of bounds. There on the kick. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Romo, and the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. Derek Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second down is Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So 2nd and 10 here. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Smith. And that is incomplete here. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Now Smith. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is taken around the 12. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Romo, man open left side, it's Williams. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Dallas 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Back to throw, Romo, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jason Witten, 43 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. One man on the backfield, Elliott. Romo here on first down. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Romo. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Always good to see Romo go back to his old staple, Witten.
There's no better friend for any quarterback than a really trusted tight end. You stand to great sight lines for the most part, passes right in front, able to deliver, and Tony Romo and Witten, they have a special connection.
Romo gives to Elliott, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, here's Romo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. 10 yards to go on third. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on third down, Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Smith keeps it on the sneak. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. Now a direct snap. It's Jamal Charles. On the run, it's Ware. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They'll try the air now with Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And now here comes Kansas City.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with Charles. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on? Defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. In motion, Hill. Now it's Smith. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Allen Bailey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. Dancing to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
In motion, Hill. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Chiefs have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On first down, it's Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got ripped, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. To throw is Smith. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. In motion, Hill. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they brought the pressure there. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're throwing here. Romo. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 36 yards. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyreek Hill on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready, right 20. Right 20. Hey, check.
Romo going to throw it. Backing up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
In motion, Hill. After the interception, here's Smith. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. One receiver left, 3 to the right. From the end zone, Smith. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And all the way up to the 41-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this looks to probably be the final play. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. One last throw here for Smith. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
And gone.
a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? 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 Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? Whip. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
Weatherman says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain or shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you're looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck phone? Ooh, it's about to get done in the dirty south. I'm about to show you what it's all about. But don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. Pass that, and get thirsty. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Well, it's about to get done. It's just something about a good old flood. Watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. For once in your life, let yourself cut loose.